The interior and chassis are finished, the body was previously painted and that is now fully cured, so I can move on to painting the front half black. I masked off the entire body, scuffed up the areas that were going to be painted black on top of, and I then started applying a couple light coats of semi-gloss black, and later added a matte clear coat on top of it to match it with the hood and all the other matte black parts around the body. I let the clear coat flash off for a bit to get touch dry and then started carefully removing the masking tape. The window trim around the front and rear and also on the sides needed to be chrome, so I took out some bare metal foil, stuck it in place, formed it, added the line in the Panelline itself, cut it out, and then carefully started fixing it into place permanently. With all of the chrome trim now in place, I could move on to painting the headliner white to match the interior, and then start gluing all of the various parts and pieces and also clear parts in place. All of the parts that needed to be glued on from the inside are now stuck in place, so I could move on to placing the interior by prying out the body a bit and pushing it in, and then also adding the chassis onto it as well to fully close it up. Tires were put onto the wheels, and then the assembly of the wheels was glued into the wheels in order to all glue that together on the chassis, and various other parts in the engine bay were glued in place as well. With the chassis and engine bay now pretty much done, I could move on to finishing off the final couple details like the grille on the front, gluing on the bumpers, the window wipers, and all the other final details that surrounded the body. With all of the gluing now done, I could move on to placing the final couple of decals, and this build is finished.